This is the second bodice video. This video is going to be to make the bodice when you want to have sleeves. And I'm going to go with the standard sleeve construction rather than the set-in sleeve construction, but I've done both. They're really equally just as easy. I just don't have my cover stitch set up to hem the sleeves first. So again, this will be the standard sleeve construction. So I have my lining piece, and again, the shoulder seams are stitched from our first step. And this is the main. Now the main, I've actually added a ribbon detailing to the front. You can see that great. And this was a really easy step to do. I just took a piece of the ribbon that I had, and I did a really long basting stitch similar to what we did at the top of the romper. Or the skirt, not the circle skirt. And then you just tug either end to kind of ruffle it up. So the length of it was double this length that I wanted. And then I just left long edges on either side and just pull it and scrunch it up. So I did double the length of the bodice so I could scrunch it up about double. And then I just did another stitch right down the middle on the bodice itself. So I did that first before actually putting the bodice together. That way the stitches will be hidden on the inside. So if you have any other questions about the ribbon detailing, it's super easy. So double the length and then just scrunch it up. So now I have my lining and my main, and I'm going to lay them down flat and put right sides together. So just like that, and then we're going to start by sewing the neckline. So you want to match up your shoulder seams. And you can use a clip to keep them together. Match up the other side. And then I usually do a clip along each of the curved ends as well. So that I'm not stretching anywhere. All right, so I have it clipped along here, and so I'm going to use my serger, but again, you can use your sewing machine with a zigzag stitch. It just says to trim the curves so that it is just thinner once it's folded over. So I'm going to start with one of the shoulder seams to make sure that's matched up. Just keep straightening it as you go, making sure your edges are together. To your other shoulder, make sure that's lined up nicely as well. threads, and then we're going to turn it right side out. So again, just fold everything inside. And if you've done any ribbon detailing, it should be, again, the ends hidden right inside here. And we're going to lay it out flat. And get our arm pieces, because we're going to sew those on right now. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to grab mine. Oh, here they are. So now you want, again, right sides together. So you have your shoulder seam there, right here, and we're going to line up the middle point of the sleeve with the outside of the shoulder seam, and just sew right along here. So I have a clip for my middle, and I'm going to make sure that the right side is going face down, and clip that right at the seam. And again, you want to make sure you're getting both layers of fabric when you do sew across. And then you're going to line up your corner of your sleeve with the corner of the bodice, like the rounded part, and you can put a clip there. And then go to the other side and do the same, again making sure you have both layers, the main and the lining. And it should really go in pretty nicely. There shouldn't be any stretching needing to be done, just maybe a little bit of easing around the bend. So again, you'll take your middle, I'm sorry, I'll bring this over so you can see here. So you're gonna make sure all three corners are together and have them, all three edges lined up inside so you don't miss anything. And just keep adjusting as you go. And again, just ease it into the curve. And again, try and get all 3 points matching on the other side. And that should give us one sleeve on, and again, right side of the fabric, facing out the way. And we'll lay it out flat again, and we'll do the other arm. So again, you have your clip in the middle of the shoulder, and you're going to want the right side facing down. And you're going to, where your clip is, go right to the shoulder seam. And again, look at your fabric to see which way your seam should lay flat based on how you did your neckline. And then clip that together, right sides, and then just bring it back over. And again, make sure your 3 corners match. On each side. And bring it over to your sewing machine. And again, run it through again. So as you put it under, match up those 3 corners. Make sure your edges, all 3 are lined up so you're not missing any of them. And adjust as you go. My edges are curling. And again, just make sure those corners at the end are lined up. There, and now we should have both sleeves on. Right sides out. If you did any ribbon detailing, that should be on the outside, not the inside. And then we can go ahead and go to our next step. So we're going to turn it inside out. Cut any long threads you have. Now it's inside out, and we are going to, I like to match up the seams under the arm first. And again, now you're going to have 4 layers of fabric. Line up your 4 corners at the bottom of the bodice. And then line up your sleeve edges. So again, right sides are together because your bodice is inside out. And you're just gonna run it right through. And again, make sure the underarm seams are matched up nicely. And then all 4 edges are matched up nicely. One side of our bodice. So you're going to go to your other side, do the same thing, match up under the arms. And then match up your 4 corners at the bottom of the bodice. And then go to the ends of your sleeves and match up those 2 corners. And you're ready to go again. Oops. And make sure those sleeve edges are lined up as well. And adjust at your underarm seams to make sure they're lined up as you approach them. And then line up your 4 edges. And there we go. Let's turn the bodice right side out. Trim any threads. And ta-da! We have the little bodice, the front with the ribbon, the arms, and the back. And so all that's left to do is to hem the sleeves. I like to do that after I try it on, just to make sure I'm getting enough or not too much. And the next video we will work on attaching the bodice to the romper, the skirt that goes with the pattern, as well as the circle skirt. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments.